Right, school resource officer or the after-school coordinator on the stand detailing all of it, what she experienced. And she had a unique experience because she saw the initial crash. She saw the other people going towards the car, then the gun come out, the whole start to finish. She's a perfect witness. Sam Bassett is with us. He's a criminal defense attorney in Austin, Texas. Couple things, Sam. To what extent was the state of Texas, because the whole nation was moved by this and affected? To what extent was Texas, and how did that reaction, do you believe, play into where we are here? Accountability. Someone needs to be prosecuted.
I think the reaction was pretty overwhelming in Texas about how tragic this was, and you know, when you go through that type of a situation, you observe so many children killed and wounded, more than you can even fathom. People were pretty emotional about it and pretty upset about it. There was a lot of criticism of the lack of quick response by law enforcement. And I think obviously that is an underlying emotion and feeling that has driven this prosecution. Is something should have been done sooner, was kind of the overwhelming sentiment with the majority of Texans.
So, Sam, when you talk about the lack of a quick response, yes, I think all of us felt that across the nation when we watched this tragedy unfold. And so now we're here at this trial. We're listening to this witness on the stand saying, she testified, she was saying, I was thinking in those moments, where are the cops? Where are the cops? And, well, here's a cop that's on trial. And so from a defense counsel standpoint, what are you wanting to get from this particular witness on the stand?
Well, he's doing a very good job of respecting her emotions, in my opinion. And he's also started to show her limitations in terms of what she saw and what she could observe, because the window was small. The use of the rock for the door is significant. It shows kind of a lack of sophistication in the entry lock system at the school. I think he's just trying to show that it was a kind of a scenario where nobody knew exactly what to do or what was happening. And I think that's kind of what the points he's trying to make. But he probably won't push this witness too far, because obviously everybody watching her testimony is sympathetic for her.
And lastly, do you think this is the right guy from what you've seen so far in the trial? Is this the fall guy here, or more of Chief Arendado, who's coming up next? He's also going to be facing charges. But, hey, there were 400 law enforcement officers eventually there at the school.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about this defendant that makes him unique is he was first physically on the scene. He didn't have a lot of supervisory power, though. He's kind of a lower level law enforcement officer compared to the chief, obviously. So it's kind of a real question of, do you try to hold the person accountable who was physically on the scene first, or somebody who had more supervision and authority to direct officers to take action?
Yeah. Sam, thank you. We're going to squeeze in a break. We're going to continue to cover this Uvalde situation, the trial. We'll be right back. You're watching Court TV Live, your front row seat. Good job.
All right. And again, safe travels. Why? Because this case was moved to Corpus Christi, away from Uvalde, for obvious reasons. Sam Bassett still along with us. Anything stand out to you in the lay testimony of recounting the events? Does it, I mean, it's setting the scene and getting jurors absolutely there. These are storytellers that they're perfect, you know, because they're reliving these events. But is it moving the ball forward for the state of Texas?
I think the video could move the ball forward some. It could actually give the jurors a view of the person entering the school, or whatever the person, the shooter, did before he got inside the school. The young man that testified was clearly a minor witness for a short period of time, but it was a very significant period of time. And he heard the gunshots and he looked. It's a very authentic witness who doesn't remember a lot, but has that video that the state wants the jury to see.
Sam, from a defense counsel's standpoint and view, I mean, any other direction or strategy that you would want to see when, even what we've seen so far, and it's only day 2, so we're just kind of getting into it, but we did hear the opening statements from defense counsel here. Anything that you would like to see going for the direction of the defense?
Well, I think one thing that stood out to me today was when he pointed out through the after-school care director that there wasn't a full-time person on campus. It kind of portrays that the school wasn't prepared for this contingency through no fault of the witness, but that the preparations for this type of an event weren't there. And I think that the defense will use that as a template for showing that their client is not guilty, because even though he received some after-school shooting training, there just was no preparation, no serious lock system at the school, and things are a lot different now.
You had touched on it earlier. The outrage that the country and the citizens of Texas felt was the body camera video and of the 70 minutes plus of no action, shooter inside with kids, parents at the school pleading for them to go in. This defendant wasn't responsible for that. As soon as the police chief showed up, he is no longer in charge. Your thoughts?
That's true. I mean, you kind of wonder, is this kind of a scapegoat trial for the first guy who happened to be at the scene who didn't have a lot of authority to direct others? Obviously, I think this is a tough case for the prosecution, given what I know so far. But obviously, emotion sometimes rules the day in jury's decisions, but it's a challenging case to get a conviction, in my view.
Yeah. Sam, thank you. Appreciate your insight, Sam Bassett. I'm glad Sam pointed that out, Ted, because we talked about that. This school resource officer was assigned to the high school, not this school, so they didn't have one.
Yeah. Coming up, FBI agent takes a stand testifying about the crime scene photos in the Uvalde school massacre for Adrian Gonzalez.
Plus, we're still standing by in Nevada, where Devin Michaels will be sentenced today for killing and beheading her ex-boyfriend. All that and more right after a quick break.